Hey guys, it's Kay. I hope you're all well. Now today I'm looking at a new distro for the Raspberry Pi 4 and it's called the RaspberryPiOS BigSur Edition. Now it's brought to us by the RaspberryPi Project and More team and it's based on the Manjaro KDE Plasma 20.08 and it's been skinned to look like OSX BigSur Edition. So without further ado, let's take a look. Now the password to log in is ApplePiOS. Now on the surface you can see it resembles the Apple ecosystem very closely. But if you dig a little bit deeper, you'll see that it's actually based on the KDE Plasma version. And as I'm running this with a Raspberry Pi 4 with 4GB memory, I have full access to that 4GB of RAM. Now along the bottom, you can see we've got the full macOS menu bar appearance, with the famous zoom in, zoom out effect as you roll over it. And of course along the top we've got the normal taskbar with all its functions, the famous search function which I've always found handy to find a quick application, and if I type in Paint we're going to get the GNU program for image manipulation. So of course guys, you know this all by now, it's the usual friendly Apple interface. Everything's all very intuitive, which is one of Apple's claims to fame. It's like one of the 10 Apple commandments. Now a nice touch the team's added here is, I believe, a quick access to their Discord website. So once you've downloaded the image and flashed it onto an SD card, if you have any issues or problems, just log in here and you can just ask away. They're all a friendly bunch. Now sticking to the ethos of having a load of useful programs in one place, we've got access to the Raspberry Pi Imager. So we can flash new images for our Raspberry Pi right here. And we've got access to Spectacle, which is an application for capturing the desktop environment, as us Pi users are quite a productive lot. Now, just like macOS, we've got access to the launchpad from the menu bar, and of course this distro comes with a full suite of useful applications, so we don't need to download them individually ourselves. Now some of my favourites are Chromium, Firefox, the Pi Imager of course, and not forgetting of course the full suite of LibreOffice. And that covers databases, Excel, Draw, Presentation, and not forgetting Write. Now on the second page, most of our gaming needs are taken care of. And by gaming I mean retro gaming. So we've got Minecraft, we've got OBS Studio, which of course is for broadcasting, and can be used to broadcast your gaming experience. Now the other game related app here is of course RetroArch. And of course on the previous page we had the Dolphin emulator, so it's all set up ready to go, all you need is your ROMs. Now also on the menu bar we've got access to the App Manager. So of course there's a great variety of apps to install and uninstall, and they're all categorized for easy access. So let's take a quick look at my favorite emulator, which is PPSP, which is the PlayStation Portable. Now I haven't got my USB with my ROMs attached, but of course it's free to download within the app, Retro Games. And one of my favorite homebrew games is of course Chucky Egg. Now moving on to browsing the internet with web browsers, they've got Chromium installed, the Media Edition. Now there's a quirky little thing here, you need to log in for some reason, and the password is of course ApplePiOS. I actually found this Chromium Media Edition to be quite laggy, especially at 1080p. And I had to reduce the quality to 720p to get some reasonable playback, but even then it was hit and miss. I had a much more favourable experience with the Firefox browser. It played without any judder or jitter, and here's an example of the 007 trailer, which I'm definitely going to watch next year.
Past isn't dead.
Fate draws us back together. Now your enemy's my enemy.
So overall guys, this is a great little distro, and I hope they fix that little issue with the Chromium web browser. Tons of features and looks, great apps all in one place, what more could you ask for? Congrats to the team for getting this out, it makes the Raspberry Pi more usable and accessible to all users. Anyway guys, as usual, if you found this video helpful, give us a like and maybe even a subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.